While being absolutely adorable and thoroughly entertaining, newborn kittens are a huge responsibility. At this stage in their life, kittens are extremely vulnerable and susceptible to disease. So if you are caring for newborn kittens, it's vital you're informed about their development as much as possible, so you can give them the best possible start in life. Newborn kittens should weigh approximately 90 to 110 grams each. If the queen is relaxed, it's recommended you weigh the kittens at birth and every day thereafter, keeping a daily record to ensure they are gaining around 10 to 15 grams each per day, doubling their birth weight by the time they are 2 weeks old. At birth, kittens' eyes will be closed and won't begin to open until approximately 10 days later, but this could take until they are 16 days old. The iris, the coloured part of the eye, stays a blue-grey colour for 4 to 6 weeks before changing colour permanently. Kittens will begin to crawl at 7 to 14 days and begin to walk after 2 weeks. It's important you are aware of this so you can keep an eye out for any runaways or whether they are likely to get trapped anywhere. Make sure the room you are keeping the kittens in is safe and secure and any holes and gaps are blocked to avoid injury or worse. Kittens cannot pass urine or faeces on their own until around 3 weeks of age, so you should see the queen stimulating the rear end of each kitten to prompt this. Weaning is the term given to transitioning the kittens from drinking their mum's milk to solid food. This process can begin at 3 to 4 weeks of age and will take several weeks. Start by providing them with some diluted specialised kitten milk replacement in a shallow bowl. You should always follow the product's instructions very carefully to ensure the correct amount, dilution and temperature is used. The next stage is to introduce more solid food. So with clean hands, start to place a small amount of solid food on the kitten's mouth while encouraging them to lap directly from the bowl. Try this process several times a day while kittens continue to suckle. Gradually increase the ratio of food to milk until they are eating solids freely and completely weaned from mum. As the protection from antibodies received in the colostrum wanes, this makes the kittens very vulnerable to disease. As soon as possible, you should seek veterinary advice on the best time and the safest products to use for flea and worm treatment for both queen and her kittens, as well as inquiring about the best time to start their vaccinations. Distressed newborn kittens may be restless, not sleep for long periods and cry excessively. They may also leave the queen and kittening area or stop feeding and have a reduced sucking reflex. It is also possible for the queen to reject her young if she has been distressed at any point after giving birth. If any of the above occur, or you have concerns, you should consult your vet as soon as possible, as the kittens will likely require additional care and supplementary feeding. For some information about kitten behaviour, I'm going to hand you over to Daniel, our Behaviour Manager at Cats Protection.
The most crucial part in a kitten's social development is in the first 8 weeks of their life. This is when the kittens are naturally most curious and before their fear response is fully developed. This is known as the socialisation period. During this time, kittens will need gentle exposure to a variety of stimuli so they can grow into happy, confident pets once rehomed. This includes gentle handling and exposure to different toys and types of litter. If kittens aren't properly socialised during this period, it can lead to long-term behavioural issues and stress, which can lead to some severe health issues throughout their life. For help on how to socialise your kittens properly, including a downloadable socialisation chart to help plan your progress, please visit our webpage. For more information, you should contact your vet or local cat behaviourist. Once fully weaned, it's a good idea to allow the queen to start spending time away from her kittens to help her milk dry up. Kittens can start to spend short periods of time away from the queen from 6 to 7 weeks of age. It is not uncommon for a mum to seek time away from her kittens before 6 weeks, and if she does, you shouldn't worry. However, the kittens will still be learning from her, so should not be fully separated until at least 8 weeks of age. From about 6 weeks, you should move the mum into a completely separate area for an hour or so a few times each day. Ensure that any area has bedding that already has her scent, so this feels familiar to her, as well as feeding enrichment to keep her mind challenged. At around 7 weeks, you can start separating the mother for longer periods of time. Try moving her to her own space during the day, then put her back in with her kittens in the evening time and overnight. The development of kittens may be affected if separated from their mum and littermates too soon, which may cause behavioural and welfare issues throughout the cat's life. So take care to do this gradually over a decent period of time. We hope you've learned a lot about caring for young kittens in this video. The most important thing to remember is if you are unsure of anything throughout your cat's pregnancy, birth, or when caring for kittens, you should consult your vet as soon as possible. For more information, please visit our website.